Welcome everybody to the Thursday night Dirtkars Pro Late Model Series. Practice is just winding down, and we're going to get ready to go heat racing. That sounded not smart on my behalf. Alright, heat race number 1 on deck. We got Donnie Bartlett, Ben Morrow, Michael Steele, and Joey Brower. Donnie Bartlett starting on the pole. That number 21 Yingling special. Outside of him, we got Ben Morrow in that number 75 machine. Michael Steele in the number 5. And Joey Brewer in the 62 Brewer Racing. I do believe Ben Morrow is our current point leader after Michael Steele missed last week. I do believe Ben has a 1-point lead over Michael, not much. So any position in the heat race that Michael can gain on Ben is going to help him out. Ten laps the distance here for this one. We'll get the green flag coming out of turn 4 as Bartlett and Morrow are going to lead us into action. Morrow on that outside line gets a pretty good start. Donnie Bartlett down low is going to slide into lead. Here comes Michael Steele powering through on the bottom of that number 5 car. Bartlett up high, a little bit of a push. Steele's going to slide up in front of him. Donnie's going to have to whoa up just a little bit. Oop, Donnie slides on that wall just a little bit. Here comes Ben Morrow taking over second place in the 75. Ben and Michael have been battling all season. Oh, Donnie jumps that curb just a little bit. You saw that left front shoot up into the air. Oh, something happened to Michael Steele. He is down and off the racing surface. Not sure what happened to Michael Steele. That's going to hand the lead over to Ben Morrow. Donnie Bartlett in second, Joey Brewer in third. Michael Steele falls all the way to the back. Now trying to regain some of that. I don't see any damage done to the car. Kind of looks like the car just cut out. Five laps to go for Ben Morrow up in the point. Ben's got a pretty comfortable lead right now over Donnie Bartlett. You see there, he's got a quarter of a lap lead. The track's getting pretty slick on entry. We could see that bottom line start to play a part. But then you got to be careful with those tires. I do know that is the preferred line for Michael Steele. Michael Steele just has the fastest lap of the race as he takes over second. With a 14.68 from Michael Steele. He is coming on strong. He's going to run out of laps though, trying to reel in that number 75 car. White flag is in the air for Ben Morrow. Ben Morrow, Michael Steele, Donnie Bartlett, Joey Brewer.
Michael, what happened?
That's going to do it for heat race number 1. All right, heat race number 2 is gridding up. On the point, we do have that number 95 machine of Mr. Devin Smith. Outside of him, last week's winner, Colton Sapansky, Michael Hermes in the 51, and Ray Andrews in 4th. Going green, coming out of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. Colton trying to get a jump on that outside. Devin Smith down low. Here comes the 51 of Michael Hermes. Devin Smith out front. Sapansky's going to send it down in deep right next to the tires. Devin Smith's going to move up high. Colton's going to get woed up. Devin Smith powers back by him on the outside in that 95 machine and kept his momentum up. Colton and Smith side by side as we cross the stripe. 7 laps to go. Sapansky gets a good run through turns 3 and 4. Sorry, 1 and 2. He's going to take over the lead. Thanks for tuning in and cheering on Ray. Colton Sapansky up front, 6 laps to go. Devin Smith in 2nd, Mike Hermes in 3rd, Ray Andrews in 4th. Three laps to go for Colton Sapansky. Devin Smith, Michael Hermes, Ray Andrews. Michael's not even going to get the chrome dirty on that 51 machine in this heat race. There's the 120 of Mr. Ray Andrews. They call him Unk. Colton Sapansky, white flag is in the air. Last time around. We got Sapansky, Smith, Hermes, and Andrews. Alright, we're going to have a brief intermission where you've got time to head down to the beer garden, get yourself a refreshing beverage, and then stop on over and check out our world famous Chicken Shack. Stop in and say hi to Randy. Tonight's special, half a chicken broasted, $10.99, side of fries and some slaw. Alright, our feature's getting ready to go. Our heat race winners are on the front row. We got Ben Morrow on the inside, Colton Sapansky on the outside. Row number 2, Michael Steele and Mr. Devin Smith. Row number 3, we got Donnie Bartlett and Mike Hermes. Row number 4, Joey Brewer, and they call him Unc, Ray Andrews. Alright, the pace truck has dipped off. We're going to go green the next time around, coming out of turn number 4. Ben Morrow, Colton Sapansky on the front row. Have to wait for the flagmen to start this one on the initial start. Great jump by the front row. Morrow's going to stay down low. Colton Sapansky up high. Michael Steele follows through with the 75. Steele and Sapansky running side by side for second. Michael clears him now, is able to go up to the high side. Sapansky dips down low. Michael Steele, the power move to the bottom, looking to take away the point from the 75 on lap number 3. Colton Sapansky going to come hard at him. Steele's going to leave that one. Oh, a little bit of contact between the 77 and 75. They keep him going straight, but it opens the door for the 95 of Devin Smith. Morrow jumps that cushion just a little bit. Michael Steele's got that 5 car set on go. Longhorn chassis. Elite Performance Industries on that car. Ooh, Colton making some contact with those tires on the inside. That's not going to do well for his ride. Getting single file. We're 10 laps into this one already. We got Steele, Sapansky, Morrow, Smith, Hermes, Andrews, Bartlett, and Brewer. Leaders are getting all bunched up. Sapansky trying to make room underneath that 5 car. Now he's going to climb it up top. Side by side down the back straightaway. Steele's going to lead that one. Now Steele goes up to the top. Sapansky down low. That track is getting real slick on corner entry. Teammates of Smith and Morrow about to duke it out for a podium. Michael Steele took over the lead pretty early on. He hasn't looked back, other than to make sure that 77 is still behind him. Sapansky way down low. Michael Steele pushing the cushion. Both drivers go down low for that corner. Oh, Steele jumps that berm just a little bit, but there's no lift in his game tonight. Not much has changed in the lineup since the first couple laps. Still Michael Steele out front. Colton Sabansky, Ben Morrow, Devin Smith, Mike Hermes. Ray Andrews is up 2 positions from where he started. Donnie Bartlett, and then Joey Brewer. Joey won the mini stock race here not half an hour ago. Late models with a lot more power. Brewer having a hard time figuring them ones out. Out of this one. Problem for the 62. Colton Sapansky jumping up to that high side, trying to learn what Michael Steele is doing to see if he can mimic it and find some speed. And just like that, we are halfway through this A main event. Michael Steele, Colton Sapansky, Ben Morrow, Devin Smith, and Mike Hermes rounding out our top 5. Thanks everybody for tuning in on this beautiful Thursday night to be with us here and cheer on your favorite driver. Don't forget to stick around after the show. Go down on the track and get your autographs. And these guys are always happy to sign their names and talk to the fans, and especially the little kids. That track is getting pretty used up in the corners. Steele holding on to 7/10 of a lead over the fast 77 of Colton Sapansky. Michael's starting to catch some lap cars. He's going to be on the 21 here in just a minute. And Donnie pulls down low, moves out of the way. Doesn't want to interfere with the race lead. You can see the left front damaged under that 77 machine where he got into those tires earlier. Might have bent something underneath there just a little bit to where it's not handling quite the way Colton wants tonight. He's been doing everything he can to try to reel in that 5 car of Michael Steele. Michael trying to gain his lead back after last week. Oh, pardon me, folks. Michael Hermes has a 2-point lead over Michael Steele. Michael is going to be changing that here tonight. He did a little better than Hermes in the heat race. So he gained a point there. Now he is dominating here tonight in this A main. Ben Morrow doing good. He's still holding on to third. Devin Smith in fourth. Hermes holding on to that top 5. Ray Andrews having a good run. He is in the 6th spot tonight. Laps are starting to wind down for the 77 of Colton Sapansky. Just can't seem to close that gap on Michael Steele. Michael has been super smooth. Oh, we got a caution. Donnie Bartlett has brought out the caution. Let's see if we can't take a look, see what happened with Donnie.
Sorry, guys. I'll try to tell.
Oh, he got into the outside wall and it just got stuck there. Oh, busted his right front.
We have 12 to go.
Pace car is off. We are a Delaware style restart here. So Michael Steele is on the point by himself. The 77 has chosen the high side. Everybody else fills in. Michael Steele's going to hammer down coming out of turn number 4. Here comes the 77 to challenge. Michael Steele powers through the middle of the corner. He's going to jump back out to a little bit of a lead as we go into 3 and 4 with 12 laps to go. Everybody's bunched up back farther deeper in the field. Michael Steele, Colton Sapansky battling for that top spot. Colton's able to close up on the bumper of the 5 car, but can't quite get a run on him. He's trying everything he can down low. Michael Steele powers back through on that high side. There's just no grip on the bottom, and that 5 car is so fast up in the traction up there. 9 laps to go for Michael Steele, Colton Sapansky, Ben Morrow. Sapansky hoping Michael Steele makes a mistake. But we have not seen him do that tonight. We got a battle for third place as Morrow and Smith swap positions. Michael Hermes in 5th right there, hoping those two make a mistake and he's able to capitalize. Six laps to go for Michael Steele in that number 5 car. Sapansky's not letting him get too far away. Michael Hermes right on the back bumper of Devin Smith. He's got to run down the back straightaway going into 3 and 4. Smith pushes. Hermes is going to take second. We got a battle up front now for the lead. Sapansky's going to send it. Michael Steele's going to do the crossover move coming out of 4. Drag race down the front straightaway. 3 laps to go for Steele and Sapansky. Battling door to door that lap. Crossing them over again. They're going to go side by side into turns 3. Sapansky sends it. Michael Steele with a crossover, trying to get that momentum on the bottom. Has him at the line by inches. 2 laps to go for Michael Steele. Sapansky charges in hard, has to hit the brakes to not get into him. White flag lap is in the air for Michael Steele. Sapansky trying everything he can. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 for the last time. Colton on the bottom. Michael Steele right through the middle. Michael's going to hold on to it for the win. What a finish. Michael Steele taking a victory lap here. Alright, we'll give our drivers just a minute to jump up in the booth. Alright, finishing third, that number 75 machine, Mr. Ben Morrow.
Yep, finally saved enough tire to not lose the podium with 4 laps to go.
Got a little crazy there, man. Devin Smith was kind of all over you the whole race.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I spent the first 25 laps just trying to focus on saving a little bit more than Colton and Michael, hoping that if we got a caution, I might be just a little better on tire than them and not be able to pass them, but just be able to use that to keep up with them, And I think Devin was doing the same thing, but I was definitely doing it at a little bit lower speed than he was trying to go. So it's like I didn't want to lose the bottom and then have to run the top for 3 laps and burn tires up, but I also didn't want to, it's a tough situation. But anyhow, yeah, then we get that caution in the end, and Colton and Michael still drove away from me, and I was still holding Michael Hermes and Devin up the rest of the time, but I had enough tire to hold them up instead of just be in the way.
Well, you got your victory for the heat race, so there's some points for you there. And a nice podium finish for you here in the A main. That's a good finish all over.
Yeah. Anytime I'm sitting here talking to you, it's a stellar night for me.
Well, it was fun seeing you guys battle. I know I jumped back a couple times and watched you and Devin going at it. He was trying everything he could to get around you. He just couldn't do it.
Yeah. It's tough, too, because it seems like the fast way around here is to run super low in 1 and 2, and then all the way up at the cushion in 3 and 4. So, the moment someone gets a run on you outside of 2, you get enough, but you can carry enough momentum coming off the bottom of 2 that you can just clear them and take the top into 3. And at that point, once the lead car has the faster line for the next corner, it's over, It's like you can run 3 and 4 high, get a gap on them, jump back to the bottom of 1 and 2, and get back to saving tire. I was really shocked at how good of a race that was for Colton and Michael there at the end. That was a lot of fun to just sit there and watch from half straightaway behind them, because it's like they were throwing haymakers on both sides of each other, and I wouldn't have thought that was possible. It's certainly not easy.
Yeah, they put on a good show those last couple laps.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations on your top 3. Who do you want to give a shout out to tonight?
Michael Hermes and Devin Smith for not wrecking me when I probably deserved it there.
All right, bud. We'll see you back next week.
Thank you.
All right. Not a position we normally see the 77 in. Coming in second tonight, after throwing everything he had at that 5 car those last couple laps. Mr. Colton Sapansky.
Yes, sir.
Oof, Michael had you tonight.
Yeah, there was no stopping him for damn sure. I didn't have much time to prep, and Lucas Oil's never been really my strong suit. I know I've won here in the modified a couple times, but late model's never been a strong track for me. I've always struggled, especially once it gets super slicked off from top to bottom. I just can never figure out how to run the cushion, especially in 3 and 4. That's my weak spot for sure. And it didn't help that my left front was all crinkled up on lap, whatever it was, 15 or something like that. So I was
Yeah,
fighting that.
You hit that tire a ton.
Yeah, I hit it I hit it a couple times, and then I kept on getting the front stretch wall towards the end there, and I was just I forgot throttle control was a thing, so I need to go back to the drawing board and work on that a little bit. But all in all, still a pretty good night for only having 10-15 minutes of practice, and the track was pretty slicked off when I got to it, so it wasn't a bad night at all. I'll definitely take it. I know Michael's been trying to beat me for a while, and he finally got it, you know, everything going for him, and congrats to him on the win. It was a hell of a race and hell of a battle. It was just tried to do everything I could there to make sure I didn't get into him and get into Ben. I know that restart was pretty sketchy. Almost damn near pulled a muscle in my damn forearm. I was gripping the wheel so hard. I was like, oh God. I was like, don't take him out. Don't take him out. Because I didn't think it was going to go that low. I figured it was going to run all the way up. But went to go run the middle, and I seen a big old 5 there. I'm like, oh, there's a car outside. All right. But
well, those last couple laps, you guys put on a heck of a show. I mean, you guys battled door to door. You threw some sliders on each other. It was a great show to watch.
Yeah, that left front's damage wasn't getting me. If I could just turn in better, I think it would have been a better show. But with that left front damage, I couldn't turn. I was over 90 degrees to the left every time we were through in the corner, and I was playing with the brake, right front brake, and because you can't change brake bias, so I was messing with the right front brake and just trying to dime in the corner, and it just would not go near the tires. So it just wasn't my night. It is what it is. I had fun, and it was a hell of a battle, and it was a good night.
All right, buddy. Well, it's always good to see that 77 putting on a show.
Yes, sir. I enjoy doing it.
All right, who do you want to give a shout out to tonight?
Highland Ridge Farm and Trucking, JJ's Machine, Tyler Fry Racing, Janisek Racing, Cloud County Co-op, Unit Cattle, CZ Designs, you for putting on the broadcasts in the league, and everybody for coming out and watching and racing, and we need to get more cars out here, man. It's these 8 to 12 car lobbies. This ain't it. We need more cars here. It'd be way better show in my opinion, but better than none. So.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you very much, and it's always a pleasure to watch you run.
Yep, try to make it out every time I can.
Driver of that number 5 car. Woo, what a show, Mr. Michael Steele.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Yeah, that was fun as hell.
Man, you guys, those last 5 laps, holy cow.
Yeah, it was. I'm about to go back and watch the replay, but I was already sweating from the mini stock race, much less now. I'm pretty sure my chair is soaking wet. There's so much sweat. And, even though this shit's on a PC, it's still intense as hell at times.
Oh, heck yeah. You get a workout, your heart will get a pounding.
And working your ass off.
Oh, yeah, and it'll get your heart pounding for sure.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's immediately once Colton joined into the waiting room waiting to be interviewed. That's one thing I told him. It's like after everything last week and all that, like anytime I beat Colton, it's only happened a few times. Anytime I beat him, I know that I'm doing something right.
Yeah, and man, you were tough tonight. I think you took over the lead on lap 2, and you had a pretty decent lead over Colton for a good portion, but I was worried that things were going to go crazy that last restart, but that 5 car, she was on a mission tonight.
Yeah, I was not happy when the caution came out because, I mean, I was trying to, especially in 1 and 2, end of practice, I kind of went out, and I'm not going to lie, I was watching, even though we were 2 different practices, I was still keeping an eye on Colton's times, just to see where I was at compared to him, and I went in and went out a few more laps and tried the bottom of 1 and 2 as normally pretty good, especially if you can hit the bottom and 2 the right way. There's a lot of speed coming off of it, and the 3 and 4 is always kind of hit or miss, or rather if you want to be on the top or bottom. But like I said, I went out and ran a couple laps and put down a really good lap time late in practice where the track is already slickened off quite a bit, and ran the bottom and 1 and 2 and the top and 3 and 4. So yeah, I still kind of ran the bottom and both ends for the early stages a little while just to try to save a little bit of tire. I was kind of torn of like like you said, I felt like once the caution came out, I was going to be kind of screwed, but I think that I still had just enough left. I thought I screwed up whenever I gave Colton the chance to get around me that one time, and you know me, I'm not a big fan of slide jobs, but we were able to put on a hell of a show, and that was definitely one of the funnest races I've had in a while. At my least favorite track, like I was telling you earlier, I hate this freaking place.
You do hate it, but man, you made it look easy tonight.
Yeah, whenever the bottom's there, I love running the bottom, so it definitely was there for a while tonight, and it's just whenever the track goes top dominant, that's the tricky part, because it's kind of a blind cliff of where the flat starts on the outside of the top of the track. So yeah, some reason I just tend to struggle here whenever you have to run the top.
Yeah, and if you get that right rear tire over, it lifts up your left front, and it's easy to tell when you went up just a hair too far.
Yeah, definitely. I know that I'm more scared about it in mini stocks because they don't have such fat tires. And I mean, we were in the mini stock race earlier. I wadded it up a few times on the outside fence there on a pit exit. But and these things, you can kind of, they're such fat tires that you can kind of lean your tire over a little bit more, and you don't really kind of get drawn to the walls near as much. So yeah, I did it a few times, but never, thankfully, really felt like I was freaking out or lost control of the car. I think honestly, the one time where I did let Colton get around me is I was trying to enter a little bit higher than I accidentally did, and kind of hit in the middle, and he did a really good job of getting everything around on the bottom and throwing a quick slider, and luckily I was able to get it pointed back down. But yeah, like I said, it was really fun. A lot happened. I have to go back and watch the replay to even kind of realize most of it. I know that, like I said, I told him, but I know that I got into him in the front stretch wall at one point, kind of pushed him into the wall, so I apologized to him, and thankfully it didn't look like it. Watching the replay real quick, it didn't look like it killed either one of us. It's more just hopefully cosmetic, but never want to put somebody in a bad position.
No, for sure. I think him hitting the inside tires probably caused a little more damage.
Yeah, I clipped it once, and I definitely noticed a little bit of difference just on the front end turn of my car. I kind of had to use a little more throttle to help the car rotate, but even watching where I am in the replay right now, watching it, I look like I'm about to crush the tire, and this might have been whenever I did, but it definitely didn't look like I had much damage as he does. But that guy, I swear, can drive anything. He's a wheel man. I think he drives big block modifieds or something like that in real life, but he's fast.
That he is. Quick update on the points. You have regained the points lead over Michael Hermes by 3 points.
Yeah. I hate the heat race the way it went. My monitor froze, and luckily I was at least able to get out of the way and everything. But yeah, it definitely could have been another 5 points on top of that. So
I was wondering what happened there, because you were out front by yourself, and then all of a sudden it was like the car shut off.
Yeah, no, my monitor froze again. So I thought I had those issues kind of figured out. I don't know if NVIDIA just didn't ever alert me that there's an update. I need to do an update or what. Have to check that as soon as we get off of here. So yeah, it is what it is. We'll I think we got 4 or 5 more weeks, so just keep on trying to get some more wins, and I think we're at 3 or 4 for the season. So
yep, that was win number 3.
Yeah, so I think if we can, last season was 7. I don't know if we'll get there, but we're gonna do our best.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations. Who do you want to give a shout out to tonight?
Yeah, first and foremost, I don't know if you noticed on Monday night, I'm driving a little bit different color car for me usually, but my one of my cousins came on board and wanted to get his logo on the car, so I did a quick design for him where he likes blue and everything. So
dude, I love that car on Monday nights. Blue is my favorite color. That car is beautiful.
Yeah, glad you like it. So yeah, it was something different. I'll probably run it more on nighttime scheme and everything. It looked really good on track at nighttime and everything. So got to give out shout out to him, Archangel Custom Building and Fabrication, Elite Performance Industries, Jacoby James Racing, JBM 51 Raceworks, Peanut Baker Racing. Didn't screw it up this time. Still Graphic Designs, Raw Staunton Racing, Mama Tried Building Caps, and of course Marcy and Weber for allowing me to do this. And like I said, this was a. Be glad y'all weren't in Discord with me whenever I yelled after that win, because that one after last week and everything going on. That one's a big one for me. So gotta give a shout out to our puppy. We definitely miss him and can't wait to see him up in puppy heaven one day.
Oh, for sure, buddy. I've been down that road. It is not an easy thing to do, for sure.
Yeah, it took us 3 years for Marcy to get pregnant. I mean, both of us, but you know what I mean. So like we came to the conclusion that Archer is just going to be our baby for the longest time, and then luckily she ended up getting pregnant. But yeah, she was her puppy. He was Marcy's puppy before mine, and I was just lucky to come in and love on him for a few years. And yeah, he's smartest dog I've ever been around. She put a lot of work into training him, and super smart, super loving. He's irreplaceable.
All right, bud. Well, we're going to cut you loose here tonight, and we look forward to seeing you back next week and continue on with this charge for making it 2 in a row.
Yeah, we're going to do our best. So typically, always in bowling, always came in 2. So yeah, hopefully we can put another one together and get it a little bit more points lead and see if we can go on for our, 5th championship we determined?
Yep.
So, yep. I also shout out to you and Dean for, also Tom for everything y'all do with the leagues, broadcasts, everything. Been racing on Tuesday nights in the micros just for part-time and somehow still in the points lead. So may have to finish that one out too.
All right, buddy. You have a wonderful night.
I appreciate it, buddy. You as well.
All right. I want to thank everybody for tuning in on your Thursday night and spending some quality time with us here at Lucas Oil Speedway with the Dirtkars Pro Late Model Series. We'll be back next week for our doubleheader on Thursdays. Monday night we'll be live with the Full Throttle Beard Gen 6 series, and look to all seeing you there. Have a good night. Thank you so much.